Hi everyone. Today I got a call from one of my friends, my college friends, and he shared with me that he is considering buying a property, second property, as an investment. He's my college friend, same age as mine, so he has his own wisdom. And but in my opinion, real estate is not a good vehicle for investment, and that's what I want to discuss in this video today. Why I consider that real estate is not a good investment vehicle. The first point that I want to make is that our own home, the house or the home that we live in, is not an investment. It's not an asset. It is a liability. People buy expensive home thinking that they are making an investment, and that's a myth. That's what I want to break first. What is an investment? What is an asset? It is something which grows in value and in which we are investing time and money. And as and when required for some goal, some purpose, we can liquidate it to get money out of it and use that money appropriately. But with our own home, we don't think of doing that. Rather, we have to spend on its upkeep. We have to pay electricity bills. We have to pay maintenance bills. There are a lot of overheads. There are property taxes and so many other taxes. So we are rather spending money on it rather than getting any return out of it. The returns that we are getting are in terms of emotional security and shelter. They have their own value, but definitely no financial value. So in financial terms, it is a liability, not an asset. So that point set aside, why I still, if a person is in a stage where he says that, okay, I have got my first home, now I have spare money to buy a second property, should I go for considering investing in real estate then? Again, there are some points to be considered before you go for that. First of all, the ticket sizes for investment in real estate. If you are living in tier 1 cities, metro cities, any good property that you go for doesn't come for less than 1 crore. So I'm taking an average size. On the higher side, there is no limit. But in metros or tier 1 cities, less than 1 crore, you don't get a good property. So let's keep 1 crore as baseline, which is quite a decent ticket size. So if you are going to invest 1 crore in real estate, and how much percentage it's going to be of your total investment portfolio? It shouldn't be more than 10 to 15%, because based on the asset allocation, what is asset allocation? In your investment portfolio, you should be investing in different assets, real estate, precious metals, equity stocks, and debt instruments. All those instruments should be there in your portfolio based on your risk profile, and not one asset should be constituting too high a proportion of your investment portfolio. So unless you have an investment portfolio of 10 crore, you shouldn't invest 1 crore in the real estate. So that's one big reason. But if you have investment portfolio worth 10 crore, you may go for buying a 1 crore worth of property, but still there are some more points that need to be considered, or thoughts that need to be considered before you do that. It's that liquidity related to real estate transactions is not very good. If you have invested 1 crore in real estate investment, and someday you need 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs for some purpose, maybe buying a car or maybe going for some vacation or for any other purpose, what use is the investment in the real estate? I hope you get the point that it's of no use, because you can't sell 5 lakhs worth of real estate to get that kind of money. So liquidity is not very good. And whenever you want to actually realize the profits out of the real estate and you go out in the market, you will find that making transactions in the real estate is not that easy. Now you have to go through the broker channels. There are a lot of overheads related to that. You have to pay at least 1% brokerage to the brokers. And then comes various taxes along with. There will be registration charges which are paid by buyer, typically paid by buyer, but based on mutual agreement, it can be paid by anyone. So, but it's a cost associated with the transaction. And if you have made any gains in that property over the period of time, then capital gains come in. So considering all those overheads and poor liquidity, again, it doesn't, like I find it a big deterrent while going for the real estate investment. So, and one big thing which has been there in the past, although it's on the downtrend given government's regulations coming and government really tightening on real estate market, it's the black money associated with real estate transactions. Although it's on the downtrend, but it is still there. So if you have made some good gains in your real estate and you want to now realize those gains, typically it comes with black money, and that becomes for me a big deterrent while investing in real estate. I don't want to deal with black money, and I would encourage no one to deal with black money, but people are doing it and they have their own wisdom based on which they are doing it. But for someone who doesn't want to deal with black money, the real estate transaction becomes a challenge. And if you are out there to sell your property, your real estate, and if you declare that you don't want black money, the customer base will go really down. There will be fewer people in the market, and based on that, your selling capability, the price that you can fetch for that property will also go down. So that's another point needs to be considered. So all in all, but in an investment portfolio, the real estate should be there. It's a good asset class. And these days there is a new instrument that is coming into place, which I can suggest. It is still an upcoming instrument, but down the line, I'm quite sure, given the legal framework and the trend, it has been globally successful. It will pick up in India as well. This investment vehicle that I'm talking about is REITs. REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. I repeat, it is Real Estate Investment Trust. Now, what REITs do is replicate the model of mutual funds to the real estate asset class. So there will be a company which will have a real estate manager equivalent to the fund manager, and they will pool money from various investors, and based on that buy some property which can give some returns. So typically it will be a commercial property, and based on which some returns, monthly returns will be generated, and which are passed on to the investors in the form of dividends. And any appreciation in the property, that will reflect in the units which are allocated, the REITs units that are allocated to the various investors. So just like mutual funds, it becomes a vehicle to invest. Just as mutual funds are vehicles to invest in the stock market or the debt instrument, same way REITs become vehicle to invest in the real estates. And the ticket sizes that way go quite down, because smaller ticket sizes can be created for each unit, and one doesn't have to invest 1 crore or that kind of thing. 1 lakh kind of ticket sizes can also be there for REITs. So there are REITs companies, and each has its own sizes. It's not fully like ticket sizes are not well defined as yet. Each REIT will have its own ticket size to invest, but it's definitely not as high as 1 crore or something. It runs typically in some lakhs, which is much smaller investment, and that way the liquidity is always going to be there, and it's legally compliant. Everything is covered under the taxation framework, so no chance of any black money involvement also. REITs are still new in Indian market. They are picking up, and given the trend, just as for equity investments, the mantra has become mutual fund sahi hai. Same way down the line for real estate investment, I'm sure the mantra will come that REITs sahi hai. So that's what I'm looking for. So people considering for investment in real estate with lower ticket sizes, REITs is the way to go. So that's what I wanted to highlight over here. Real estate investment is good, but consider all these points that I've highlighted and make your decision based on that. Share your thoughts, your ideas in the comments below this video. I would like to engage in discussion, active discussion, around this and various other money management topics that I'm going to share with you. And we regularly discuss this thing in our MegaMoney community. You are welcome to join MegaMoney community. You can set up a call with me. There is a calendar link I'm going to provide in my profile. So set up a call with me and let's have a discussion. That's all for now. Thank you. Bye.